It's a bit of a labour of love, but I love making them. It's called Nourishingly Noshed. They're gluten-free, vegan, just so that most people can have them. And I'm very grateful because actually it's because of you.
Oh,
it is because you bought my treats.
It's down to you because they're delicious.
I remember lying on my yoga mat and I could hear the coffee machine clicking on and smell the coffee coming under the door, just thinking, yes.
Hello to Kitchen Tales, the podcast where we introduce guests, talk about the hospitality business, support businesses, and lots of funny stories.
Yes.
Hello, Colline. How are you today?
I'm okay, thank you. How are you?
I'm all right, thank you. Have a nice weekend?
I did. It was a really busy weekend, so it was a lot of work. And we also had my daughter's birthday. She's 4 and she is absolutely obsessed with everything tigers at the moment. So we had a little tiger tea party for her.
I saw the photos.
Yeah.
I thought it was absolutely brilliant that she actually walked in to all these tigers, these inflatable tigers on the sofa.
Honestly, she was just so made up. I mean, I've never known a kid to be stuck on a theme, and that's all she's talked about. So I even tried to suggest that, okay, because she's really girly. So I was like, okay, tiger is orange. I wasn't too sure how to work with the color orange. So I suggested to her that I can make it pink. So I was like, I'll make it tiger, but make it pink, make it look really nice. She's like, pink? Tigers are not pink. They're orange and black. And she started saying to anyone who asked her, what are you doing for your birthday? She'd be like, I'm having a tiger cake. And it'll be orange and black just to make sure I have it right. So yeah, it was like her year was made just having that tiger cake, because I don't think she really is. I don't think she knew that it would be possible.
Yeah.
It was almost like she had this idea, but she didn't know how it would come about. So seeing it in person was just amazing. Yeah. So that was really lovely. But lots of work as well, which is a little bit, I mean, we talked before about how trying to juggle work and family life, and it was that weekend where it was like, okay, I've got this order that needs to go out. I have to make sure I get this tiger cake ready. We were not having like a big party or anything, but we had a few people that came to see her and to say happy birthday. So it was really nice.
I bet you were doing it and making the cake last minute.
Oh yeah,
yes,
as always. As always. Well, it doesn't help. My oven also decided to play up.
Oh no. Please.
So I had an oven problem where the engineer tried and come and fix it. He kind of fixed it. So it was like everything happening, but hey, living on the edge. I seem to be always living on the edge when it comes to kitchen stuff, but it all went well, so I'm really pleased.
I couldn't be more different to you.
Yeah, right? You'll be like, I need all this in order.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Well, I went to the Walton Hill market on Saturday. I had some orders I had to get out on Saturday, so I dropped those off first thing, and on my way home I went to the Walton Hill market, which is it's where actually I first started, and it has grown and grown. It was at the village hall and it's now in the Fulmgrove school. That's awesome. It's such a great market for all local small businesses, arts and crafts, lots of food, fish man, your cheese man, your chocolates.
That's so nice.
It was wonderful. It was lovely, and it's very social as well. The weather was absolutely beautiful.
It's nice when the weather is
Have
good.
you ever been to it? Because
I think really I've been to once. We were coming from an event, and I didn't know it was actually on. I was coming from an event, and then we passed by. I was like, I wish this was here, because I think we turned up like right at the end of the day, so we didn't get to see as much as that was there, but I'm so pleased, and I bet you get to see people you haven't seen in a long time.
So many people. It's so lovely, and it's so lovely to touch base with everyone, and also just friends as well. You're always seeing somebody you want to pop in, you can't pop in, you're there for about an hour and a half, come and have a coffee. It's lovely, it's so sociable, and there was lots of people, and it was a real buzz. It's lovely.
So nice. Really do they do it annually, or is it?
No, I think it's every 3 months. I think.
Wow. I didn't realise that. Okay, we have to try and look out for the next one. We have a look at it.
Good, and it's good to see probably all the people that you know anyway.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
Was there anything that was like, because I think when I went, there was a lady who was selling some chocolates, which had like loads of different flavors, but really unique. Last time I talked about lavender and putting lavender in food, and she had like lavender chocolate.
Oh, yes.
So you always find some really fascinating things that you haven't seen before. So yeah, I think if anyone's watching, you should try and check out. Is it called Highclere?
Walton Hill Market.
Walton Hill Market.
Yes, Walton Hill Village Market.
Village Market, yeah. So if you're local, make sure you check that out. Yeah. So today we have a guest, Rhona.
Yes, we do.
Yes. And
yes, we've got Alice. We'd like to introduce Alice.
yes, Alice, how are you?
Yeah, fine, thank you. It's nice to listen to you having a little catch up.
Thank you. And it's so lovely because we both know Alice, but from different...
From school. I'm from
school.
Met Alice from school and our local school. And I think, Alice, I helped you do some yoga, actually, with your class in St Martin's School.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah. So I started off working at St Martin's as a one-to-one and then a TA, teaching assistant. And then I moved on to teaching, did my yoga teacher training for children. And so now I regularly teach at St Martin's School. So...
and you've now started up your own business. How long have you been going, Alice?
I think it's probably about 4 years now.
4 years.
It's been
I
that long.
need to look back,
That's
really.
gone quickly, you know?
Yeah, it's gone really quickly. It might, 3.5, 4 years. I should actually look back, actually, to see how long it's been. How time just flies by when you're having a good
Fun.
time. Yeah, having fun.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And do you want to talk about it or what it's called?
It's called Nourishingly Noshed. It's a bit of a mouthful. It was just a little Instagram page I'd set up for just my own makes that wasn't actually going to be anything. And so it's kind of kept that name, and it is a bit of a mouthful, but I actually quite like the name.
I like it as well.
It's stayed. I've thought about changing it, but I actually quite like it.
I like it. And I think it's become part of your brand now because that's how we know you. So I actually know you through yoga. So Alice, talk about the first cafe that I had. It was in the yoga studio, which was run by Abby King. And that's where I met Alice because Alice was one of the yogis, the very regular yogis.
Okay.
So I've known you for almost 7 years. I was thinking about that today. I was like, I've known you outside of it being about business, but she was one of my customers. And I remember actually the first day when I opened you guys at a yoga class, they were the first people that came to it. And you guys went and then sat outside in the courtyard. So that's how I've known you.
I remember lying on my yoga mat and I could hear the coffee machine clicking on and smell the coffee coming under the door, just thinking, yes. Yoga and coffee goes really well.
It really does.
Yes.
It really does.
Yeah.
And I think that combination worked really well. So what got you to actually start your business? How did it come about?
It's actually through yoga again. It's I was making my own little treats just for myself, really, because I love sweet treats and I do lots of baking, but I'd kind of have like sugary cake and it didn't really do anything for me. I'd eat it and think that was nice and then feel a bit of a sugar dump. So then I started making energy balls and various treats that were made of nuts and seeds and nut butters and things that are a bit healthier and better for you. And I happened to think I'll give a little gift to my yoga teacher, Abby, to which she was like, these are fantastic. Chucked on their WhatsApp group with lots of people on there saying, look at these lovely treats and follow her Instagram page, to which I was like,
Better make her Instagram page.
on there, but I'm not actually making for anybody. And then Plum and Grain, but then they're taken over the cafe, which you weren't in anymore. And they were like, what are these treats? We want them. So that's how it all progressed. So I started making for Plum and Grain. And then started making for Colleen's Kitchen when you were at Waterside.
Exactly, yeah. So you were providing treats and still are to this day. So we work really well together. Again, part of the collaboration that I always talk about. And a lot of my events, particularly the wellness events. Yes. So the yoga events, some of Abby's ones, and a lot of other yoga practitioners locally. When I do some lunches for them, we then provide Alice's treats
on the side to that. Yeah. And they're no bake.
They're not baked.
Gluten-free.
They're gluten-free, vegan, just so that most people can have them. The only people who can't have them, sadly, are people with nut allergies, because I do use a lot of nuts in my ingredients. And I'm making some this week, actually, for you, which are going to be nut-free, but it's a majority do have nuts in, because I love nuts.
Yes.
It's and also to have all the nutritional value. Sometimes especially if you're either gluten-free, just having that added nutritional value from the nuts helps as well, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And do your children help in the kitchen with you? or not?
No, I keep it very separate because
Right.
it's got to be clean, hygienic, and I also liked just to make them myself. It's kind of
You time.
it's like my time. It's my kitchen time.
I can understand that.
Yeah.
I don't really want my children getting involved in the events.
It's like that saying, too many cooks.
Yes, that's right. You know how to do it, how to make it,
Yeah.
and so it's your style.
And I don't know about you, I don't properly follow a recipe. I kind of have it all in my head as well. So for somebody to come in and start making, I'd be like, to actually tell them how to make it, it would be easier for me to just make it myself.
Yes. Yeah, I understand that. A lot of my recipes are in my head, especially the baking ones. Yeah, it's so funny because I've been making quite a few things the same way. So you end up just having it in your head. It's just quicker. I feel like you feel like I'm quicker to make it. If someone else does it, they'll probably take twice as long to do it.
And they might miss something out because you've not told them because it's not a written down recipe.
Yeah. Would you plan to write down your recipes? Or
I do write some of them down. Yeah. And somebody did mention actually putting a cookbook together.
Oh, how exciting.
It's another chef, actually. She was really lovely. She did some catering on Abby's retreat, and she sent me a message saying, oh, you should do a cookbook.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh.
Yeah.
So I kind of planted that seed, but I don't,
Would that be like
maybe one day in the future?
Yes, maybe.
Oh, I do enjoy baking, so
And what's your favourite treat that you like to make?
Probably the Billionaire Bite, actually. I have bought some with me, so
this package is so beautiful. Can you see that?
Lovely.
That is
amazing.
Stunning.
And the lavender's from your garden, I think.
It is. I do try and pick a few bits from my garden. I've not got a big garden, I think, but I love lavender, so it's kind of very overgrown actually in my garden at the moment, but I do like trying to add a little bit of decoration from my home as well.
So beautiful.
And what have you brought? What's in the box?
I have brought you my favourite, which is Billionaire Bites, and have brought ginger fudge, which is, I know,
that's one of my favourites.
One of your favourites.
And the kids like that. My kids like the ginger fudge.
They do, don't they? And Snicker Dates, which is date filled with peanut butter.
You've brought all my favourites.
Yeah.
Yeah, so every time that I order some from Alice, I make sure that there's extras for us. And it's funny because my son is very wary of the things that he eats, but he doesn't actually realise what's in the ginger fudge. And that's his favourite. And he always asks, he's like, do you have the ginger one? Because he doesn't like the nuts, he doesn't like anything. But the ginger fudge, you'd eat it.
He loves it, and it's got nuts in it. So he's having nuts without realising.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So would you like to try?
Yeah, do you want to take another look?
Yes, I will. Thank you very much. Oops.
Oh, there's also a bit of chocolate bark in there as well.
Oh, that tastes so good.
The melting, because it's actually quite hot, isn't it?
It is quite hot. I'll just show
So which one's
what
this?
these look like. So everything looks so beautiful, Alice. How do you make it look so nice? And one thing is like it's always quite consistent as well in terms of how you make everything look so pretty. Does it take ages? Because I can see you've got some like are there some edible flowers on them?
Yeah.
Everything just to make it all beautiful. How does it take ages? Because I imagine it takes quite a while.
So I kind of say it's the making part of it is I kind of have to say that's kind of my hobby part because it takes so long. It's a bit of a labour of love, but I love making them. I really enjoy making them. But it is, I've got my special catering metal ruler and everything's quite precise. I just like making beautiful treats.
Yeah, they're so pretty. They're lovely.
If they don't go out the door looking nice, they stay for my.
They stay for wow.
I have my own
because they're
selection.
always
If anything
consistent.
goes wrong, it's it goes into my fridge for me.
Yeah,
so exciting. Honestly, you guys should try this because they're absolutely delicious. And as you say, they suit people with most dietary requirements because it's always hard usually when you go to places. So I met up with a friend over the weekend and she's dairy free. And we wanted to go and get somewhere for coffee and cake. And there was no vegan cake or anything that's dairy free, so she wasn't able to have some. But this is almost like a call out to a lot of businesses. If you get one of Alice's treats, you already covered the gluten-free element, the dairy-free vegan element, and quite a lot of the dietary requirements. So I think it's quite a nice one, and it's also a delicious treat.
it is. My daughter would really enjoy these because she's gluten-free as well, so she would really enjoy that. She loves the chocolate, so I think probably the chocolate would be one of her favourites.
Because that's the thing. Some treats can end up being, as my husband says, they taste like cardboard.
Yeah.
They just aren't particularly nice. I mean, my daughter and him are both celiac, so they've had a bit of a learning journey over the last couple of years.
Did you start your business before or after you found out that your daughter was celiac?
I actually started my business before, so it's like a funny coincidence, the fact that suddenly now all our whole household is gluten-free. So, so I've learned quite a lot over the last couple of years. And she suddenly got very ill and had lots of blood tests, and we realised she had celiac disease. And then coming forward from that as well, my husband then got tested, and because you have to have your whole family tested, and he's celiac as well.
Wow.
So 2 out of the 4 of us are celiac. So our house is pretty much gluten-free. I mean, occasionally I'll sneak something.
Yeah, do you
some nice bread that I've bought, which I'll slice up and put in the freezer just so I can have
your bread as well.
a really nice bread.
But there's some great brands, gluten-free brands. I'm finding with my daughter as well. There's some really good. I mean, you get the ones that are a bit cardboardy, but actually there's some really good brands now when you find them.
Yeah, it's finding them and then sticking to those brands.
That's right. And I think that's what it is as well. When you go to some places, when they have like a gluten-free alternative, often it doesn't taste as good. So it's so hard. That's why, like, when I talk to people about your treats, is that they're actually delicious and they cover all bases. So most people that are gluten-free, vegan, dairy-free, it just covers all those bases and you're having a delicious treat. I think one of the things that I was just so amazed by is the fact that they are not baked, but they taste so good. So I'm a baker, as you both know, and I make a lot of things and you have to put them in the oven, all this. How do you get them to set? Like, I'm just trying to understand sort of the process to then get them to be so pretty and so concise, precise as well. And it's something that's not baked. Like,
There's a bit of melting that goes along, like some of the nut butters, and I use a little bit of coconut oil and things like that. So I melt things and stuff, and then a lot of blending going on, then pressing down into cake tins and using a fridge as well.
Yeah.
And self-taught, you have put together all these recipes yourself.
Yeah, I put together a little bit of trial and error.
Yes.
Sometimes they don't always go well.
Oh, yes.
So I have my own little stash at home, which I'll go in my fridge or freezer and just save for me to have like on top of a yogurt or something.
Yeah.
And can you freeze them?
You can freeze them.
Wow.
All of them? All your treats
all
are
of them can be
freezable?
frozen. Even the chocolate ones, they might not come out looking quite as nice, but they do freeze very well. I know people who just buy like a nice big batch of, say, the Billionaire, which is a favourite, and they'll buy like a batch of 30 to put in their fridge just so they can take one out each day and have as their little treat.
Yes.
That's so nice.
A healthy snack.
Exactly.
A healthy snack.
And actually trying the one, I had the Snickers one, the chocolate, you would not know that wasn't dairy.
I know.
You wouldn't know.
You wouldn't at all.
No.
And I think that's one of the things. It's like you can tell that all the ingredients are good quality ingredients. Again, I won't stop banging on about some of the horrendous bakes that I've eaten in my life when they're gluten-free. Because, from my point, it's like I always want to try so that I can try them out. If I see something that says gluten-free, because most people who say this is gluten-free, all of a sudden they have a perception that it's not going to be nice. But this is because of some experiences that some people might have. So a reminder to always try. Try it. And, you never know. And I guess for you, trial and error, trying lots of different things, that's how you come up with some delicious treats.
And trying to make them healthy, because actually, like you said, gluten-free, people tend to think that means something's healthy, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's healthy at all. They're adding extra bits and stuff. So if you look at packaging, there's emulsifiers, there's all these other ingredients you don't even know what they are. You're like, what is that? So making these sort of treats are homemade, and it's like when you make cakes, there's 3 or 4 ingredients. There's not loads of stabilizers and emulsifiers and all these other bits and pieces that supermarkets put into cakes. And actually in your coffee shops as well, they do buy in sometimes packaged cakes, which they slice up.
That's true. But at least now you know what's going in it, you know your ingredients, everything like that. I mean, I think it's absolutely amazing that you've managed to build your business from the love of making snacks, and now you're able to serve the community, because that's what I like seeing on social media, when even people that I didn't think know about you. When they post, they're either like some clients of mine or some friends, and they're like, I've just had this treat from Alice. It just brings me so much joy because it's like, we're right at the beginning of how you started your business and everything, and seeing how much it's grown.
I feel very, very, very lucky because I get to work from home. I get to make treats, which I absolutely love making, and I get to meet lots of nice people who I deliver to. And I'm very grateful because actually it's because of you.
Oh, no, it's not.
It is because you bought my treats. It's, it's like Plum and Grain. It's all the people who, yes, I was making them, but it's down to people buying them and actually liking them, enjoying them, and still buying off me.
It's down to you because they're delicious.
Yes.
Because even if people had got them, if they were not nice, people would not come back. So you need to give yourself a lot of credit there. And tell us, where can people find you on social media? If someone is listening and they're like, we really want to have a try of the treats, where can they get your treats? How does it work?
Yeah, basically, it's quite. There's no website because I did have a website, but I had it for a year and it cost so much money and it didn't serve a purpose. So it is basically through Instagram and Facebook. So I put on a weekly when I'm making what delivery days or collection days, and it's basically PM me or WhatsApp me, or on Facebook, send me a message on there as well. So it's all done that way. So it's probably not the greatest way. Some people don't really like that way of business and contacting somebody over Instagram, but it's the way it works.
Yeah. It works though, doesn't it?
I put my WhatsApp on there as well. So it's,
It works. And especially once you have WhatsApp, then you've covered all bases, haven't you?
I think the website was just going to be too difficult because then I'd have to sort of say, I've got 6 boxes of this and 7 boxes of 12, and it's not how my brain works either. It works.
I know you like writing things down, so I imagine you probably have all your orders written down and you know when everyone's coming in.
Diary. I've got my little book, which I literally go week commencing, whatever date it is, week commencing 16th, and I've got everyone in for that week.
I like that.
And then I just go from my pencil when I've made them or when I've invoiced, and so it's bit old school, but I
like that.
Oh, we're all
you both are like this. I need to be more like this. I've always wanted to be. I am taking notes. But I'm one of those people that I'm like, am I going to lose this book? Am I going to this? So having it on my phone seems to work, but I really do desire writing things down, seeing it, getting the satisfaction of ticking or crossing it out.
I love
well, that's what I love ticking off whenever I have parties.
Yes.
One dish is done, tick,
and like
done.
It's finished.
And also I find I look at my phone too much and I just so I'm
it's a nice way to separate.
Yeah.
So Alice, before we finish off the podcast, we always ask our guests what they're having for dinner. So this is a segment of the show where we try and give inspiration for what people can make for dinner, and also give us inspiration for things that we might think about making for dinner. So what are you having for dinner tonight?
Well, it's quite a family favourite because it's easy and it covers quite a lot of bases of things people like. And actually you guys talked about tacos quite recently.
Yes.
So we get corn tacos and then just have a selection of things that we can put in, from rices to vegetables, cheese, different sauces, some meat, some vegetarian options, so tofu. So that literally just have that all out on the table, and then the 4 of us can just pick what we like, because it covers all the bases.
Yes, it does.
Likes and dislikes of certain teenagers.
Yes, and everyone can just make what they like.
Yeah, we call it Taco Tuesday, and it never happens on a Tuesday. It's one day.
It's one day, but still, it's happening. I like that.
So Taco Tuesday is happening tonight.
Yes.
I love that. What are you having, Rhona? What's for dinner?
We're having pasta tonight. I've got so many tomatoes that I'm going to make a tomato sauce. And of course, with a little bit of heat to it, lots of chilli. And so I'm making that in the Thermomix. So I've got to make that this afternoon. And then I'm going to just put some prawns in. And so we're having prawn pasta tonight.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
Yes. How about you, Colleen?
We're having pasta as well, but we're having a lasagna. So a lasagna has always been one of my favorites. When people used to ask me, I say, what's your favorite food? It was always lasagna. It just satisfies me in all the different things that I like, and it's just something that I can make ahead of time, not making last minute.
Yes.
Make it ahead of time, and then we just warm up and we have that with a bit of a salad.
Delicious.
Yeah. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you, Alice.
Thank you.
And what's your Instagram name, by the way? What's your Instagram name, if you just remind everybody?
It's Nourishingly Noshed is my Instagram name.
There you go.
And on Facebook.
Thank you. Thank you for coming in and joining us.
Thank you for inviting me and spending the morning with you.
No problem. Thank you for joining us. And you can find Alison there, and you can also find us on Instagram, Kitchen Tales. Thank you for listening and watching us.